Okay, so we all know that store-bought eggs are cheap. But what does cheap usually mean? Usually means it's not that good. So here's a quick little video on store-bought eggs versus their eggs. Okay, so we want to figure out what is actually better, a store-bought egg or one of ours. A little bit bigger. So let's do a comparison first. So store-bought eggs, in essence, I'm actually using here 2 eggs that come from the same breed of chickens, which are the white Leghorns, okay? So as you can see, a store-bought egg here on the left, really clean, polished, ready to go. Oh, looks like I got actually some of our dirt on it. And then a egg from ours, which the dirt comes from that they're going down onto grass, onto everything. In essence, we do free range ours chickens, so then they come out and they go into the nesting box, and then they make the egg. So that's kind of one of the big comparisons, is that our size is actually bigger than a store-bought egg. So that's kind of one of the things. Now, one of the other big questions that you always get between a store-bought egg and a regular egg is, what are the nutrients inside? And well, the eggs actually themselves are the same inside, but they are dependent on what the chickens actually eat. And so with a store-bought egg, they are sitting inside normally just boxes that they never get to move around, never get to do anything. They are purely for production. And so they only get fed grain or a mash type food. So it is, in essence, just pure food. Nothing, no greens, no vegetables, no anything like that. So that's kind of one of the big differences that we've got versus our egg here, where we know that our chickens get on a weekly basis, they get a variety of foods. Some table scraps, some greens. Not only that, but they also do get to go out and actually free range for their own food. I mean, if you really think about it, it's just like when we were growing up, and what I'm doing as a parent is eat your greens. We're telling everybody to eat their greens. Eat their greens. It's much better for you. It's healthier. Well, that's what we're doing for these animals as well. We want them to eat their greens, get a mixture of variety. It really helps them out. So let's go and try to see what the insides of the eggs look like. Give it a crack. All right, so store-bought egg, cracked open. As you can see, yellow yolk, a little bit of white, that whole kind of going with it. Ours here, a little thicker. Oh, look at that! We actually got a double yolk inside. Interesting, but all right, so now, if you really look at the color here, now this is just kind of a yellow versus ours, which is kind of more of a yellowish, almost an orange color look to it. Denote the double yolk. That happens. Kind of actually is kind of neat how it happened. But you can see that not only that, but our egg actually takes up more of the plate. These are the exact same plates. Yes, there is the double yolk, so it does do that, but look at our yolk. They stay together versus a store-bought egg, which falls apart. So maybe you're making ramen. Maybe you're making something that you want the yolk to stay together. Maybe you're doing sunny sides up. Maybe you're doing, whatever way you actually like to cook your eggs. Wouldn't you rather have something that stays together? That's really cool. So you can break it apart. You kind of get that look for it. But, I mean, that's kind of really what we're looking for here. So you might be wondering, why does the color actually look so different from the store-bought egg versus a free-range egg? And that is that literally it comes from their diet. Ours is rich in eating greens, things like that, as we've already covered. So that's really one of the biggest ways that you get the color differences. Now, without getting down into the actual what are the true differences of the actual nutritional value, I can't specifically tell you because that's not my job. My job is, as a chicken farmer, to take care of the birds to their best ability, not leave them cooped up inside, never letting them see daylight, bugs, grass, just everything that you want. And it just kind of really, it's kind of a neat little thing to do, to show you just a store-bought egg versus a farm fresh egg. I want to show you the differences also here on the actual shell. Here's a very good example. As you can see, that shell is actually pretty thick, and that really comes from them making sure that they're being taken care of, given extra calcium, things like that, versus this one, which isn't as thick. As you saw, it cracked a lot easier. So you've got here, with that store-bought egg, fresh, clean, wiped down, been washed, so it is ready to go, versus our egg, which if you look at it, now what you're going to want to do, yes, you wash this right before you use it. Run it under hot tap water, which also will clean this up real quick, and then it'll also take that bloom off and makes it very nice, crackable for you. So that's kind of it. That's what we were wanting to show you today, was store-bought eggs versus a farm fresh egg, laid by the same, in essence, type of chicken. Store-bought Leghorn on the left, farm fresh Leghorn on the right. Thanks for watching so much. God bless from our Hidden Acre to you. Have a great day.